If you're new to cryptocurrency and investing and still shocked by 2% moves on Bitcoin, or confused why people are buying Dogcoin memes and fanboy tokens with a lobster lover at the head of them, then this first part of the video might not be your cup of tea. Now, it seems like the hype for round 2 of the Bitcoin and crypto bull market party is well and truly upon us. But of course, with all good things, they must come to an end, and eventually the hangover kicks in. But we don't need to dwell on the fact that eventually there will be a hangover, because we haven't even started the party yet. So that's what we have for today's video. Lots of big news in cryptocurrency. So before we dive into the cup of tea, make sure you've smashed likes, subscribes, bell notification icon, and click all so you can see these videos pop up in your newsfeed. And if I can't get you to like the video from that point, I guess I'll have to just move on. Let's start with the hard pill to swallow, and it's a tweet from my account here. Wild crypto price predictions will continue to get more intense across all media forms should we see Bitcoin break into new all-time highs yet again. This is what the masses are attracted to. It drives buying demand and liquidity. You would have seen this if you've been around for at least a few months, or at least the beginning of the year. As the prices increase, it brings more new people because they're attracted to high prices. It's strange. It's like the mosquitoes and the flies being attracted to light. They get burnt and they die. It is part of nature, unfortunately. Don't get caught up in the dreams. Just enjoy the ride and have your plans ready to go. If that means scaling out as the market goes up, just know that you won't catch the all-time high and you won't be buying the all-time low. It doesn't really matter. The point is to make a chunk of profits out of the middle. Not get too carried away with all of the hopes and the dreams in between. So I want to set the video out in this style because there is a lot of hopes and dreams in the news titles because it's that part of the cycle. Bob Lucas, another great page to follow on Twitter, you're going to see endless, ridiculous price targets for when crypto bulls get going. And it will seem like your horse is always in second place. So the cryptos that you're following always seem like they're not doing the best as someone else's. It's all the attention-seeking noise. Hurts your ability to execute on your bull market strategy. Have a strategy in play. Less shuffling, more sitting, then exit. So rather than sell something because it's not moving, like Cardano's not moving, I'm going to sell it for something else that is moving. That's where the new investors lose money. They've bought something at the top, they ride it down, something else has moved, so they think they need to jump onto that new crypto which has moved, and then eventually that one drops and the one they just got out of moves again. So they sell out at the bottom, buy the top again, and they just keep playing this game of forever losing in a bull market when everyone should be winning in a bull market. So less shuffling, more sitting, then exit. Don't worry if you don't sell the top, just come out of it with some profits. ETH has also broken out into new all-time highs yesterday and again today. So we're reaching $4,600 and the accumulation looks like it has taken place before we've moved again to new all-time highs. So that's a positive for the bull market. And again, it just goes back to the posts, the tweets that we just saw. These prices are going to keep coming out. $15,000, $20,000, $50,000 Ethereums, $200,000 Bitcoin. We're at $63,000 at the moment. So these things are going to get crazy. 400, 500,000. Just keep calm and follow the plan. I'll also have another video coming out today on Solana as it's flipped Cardano. Cardano down to 6th spot. And there's a $1 billion gap opening up here with Sol jumping to just over $220. Let's crack on with some of the news. Avalanche launches fresh $220 million investment fund. So again, more money coming into the space, and we'll see that across some of the other data. The next piece is Burger King partners with Robinhood to give away $2 million in Dogecoin. Some of the mainstream players are now coming to the space to spread crypto even further. So it's not, these companies, Dogecoin, they don't even have to pay for advertising anymore. This is the sort of momentum, that snowball avalanche effect that you want to see in the market at these periods to get to these extreme prices. So again, it's about getting excited because why not? But holding back on the plan and making sure that you're following that plan, holding back on the emotions and following that plan so that you can get out with some profits. Big news here, Burger King, Dogecoin partnering up. Goldman Sachs is giving hedge fund clients crypto research from data firm The Block. Interesting to note, biggest banks in the world are now using crypto research websites. This is what I'm getting the information from here. You can see the Block Crypto up here, the Block Crypto. That was for Avalanche news. and now Goldman Sachs. So where's Goldman Sachs sit? Sitting down at number 11, $351 billion market cap, with JP Morgan at the top, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Now this is important because mainstream adoption in Australia is taking place. Commonwealth Bank is our biggest bank here. So just if you're overseas, you don't give a flying rat's ass about Oz, just look at the mass adoption here. Biggest banks, think of JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Our biggest banks are CBA, Westpac, ANZ, NAB. Not the biggest market caps, 139 billion. Okay, but they service a lot of customers in Oz. We've got 17 million, 14 million with Westpac, and so on. So news came out today of Commonwealth Bank will become the country's first to offer retail clients crypto services. Australia's largest bank. This is what it said on Wednesday. So this is today. Very, very fresh news, signaling a change from the sector that had refused to do business with cryptocurrency providers. So like some of the guys saw in the UK and probably many other places around the world, the banks weren't wanting to connect with cryptocurrency exchanges. It seems like Commonwealth Bank has had a shift because they now know that they can make some money out of holding cryptocurrency for clients, maybe getting some of that DeFi profits, maybe getting some of those staking profits from their clients. Maybe they'll pass on a little bit, keep the rest for themselves. But this is pretty big news for cryptocurrency in Australia, as if the biggest bank in Australia is doing this, it signals across the board that it looks like crypto is pretty much here to stay, provided something doesn't go catastrophically wrong. They're offering trading in about 10 cryptocurrencies through the banking app, which is used by about 6.4 million customers. So this is what they're saying. We believe we can play an important role in crypto to address what's clearly a growing customer need. The bank will offer about 10 cryptocurrencies by 2022. All the typicals that you would expect: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. And they're also going to work with US blockchain data platform Chainalysis to help its compliance team monitor and mitigate the threat of cybercrimes. We can see further news on the same topic here. The country's largest bank said on Wednesday that it will start a pilot program soon for this. Now, all of what's going on here reminds me of this quote from Gandhi. First they ignore you. That was 2009, 2010, 2011. Then they laugh at you. 2012, 13, 14, we had that big blow off top. Mount Gox went down. This is for the Bitcoin exchange, and it all got hacked. So they're laughing at that point. They're also laughing in 2017. It's not going to make it. It's garbage. Then they fight you. We got regulations coming out in the US. They're trying to take down, or at least China's banning a lot of cryptocurrency. So that's a pretty big fight. And then you win. And now we're seeing a lot of the big banks. We saw El Salvador accept cryptocurrency as a form of legal tender. So it seems like we're in that winning stage at the moment with cryptocurrencies. Now, of course, this is my opinion of it, and I'm heavily biased towards cryptocurrency winning in the end because I'm heavily invested in it. Take it for what you will, but to me, it seems like those signs have come. They ignore, they laugh, they're fighting, and we're in that stage of between fighting and winning. More data to show the winning. Well, we've seen Bitcoin ETFs, and that came out last week, and we saw huge inflows into crypto assets. Weekly crypto asset flows, US dollar in the millions, 1.4 billion there. The record-breaking previous week following the US SEC permitting a Bitcoin futures ETF was not repeated last week, with only 53 million of inflows. That's okay. We didn't have another ETF launched last week. But the week before we had huge inflows. But the main thing you want to see here is that the trend is up. And then you have these anomalies when big news events actually come to the market. But you can see from last week, it was higher than the previous week. So just looking at the average prices all increasing, that's still a good sign here. We're not seeing the negative inflows, or negative outflows, I should say, that we saw during the period of the Bitcoin crash. So prices are going up. Looks like we're leading back into this bull market at the moment. Flows by asset, we got Bitcoin at the top, ETH, and Solana is well and truly up there, with last week coming in at 14.7, almost the same as Ethereum, and Solana is a lot less in market cap than ETH. ETH at 541, Solana at 66. It was probably closer to 60 before the video, but that's about 8 times there. That's 8 times less the volume, but it's getting the same amount of volume when it comes to institutional inflow of capital into the crypto space. Following the topic of mainstream adoption, Patreon confirms it's exploring crypto as a way for creators to make money. So it looks like they'll be potentially accepting cryptocurrency payments for Patreon creators. So if you are interested, it's a great segue into Patreon for the channel. You can find a link to this in the top of the description down below. Learn more about cryptocurrency, trading and investing, and also setting up your investment plan. So check it out down below. That's where you'll find the link to the channel's Patreon. You'll also find a link to one of the channel sponsors, and this is for your self-managed super funds. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency or metals or property in your superannuation rather than leaving it with Host Plus or Sun Super that are earning you next to nothing, check out New Brighton Capital. It's a free 20-minute consultation. If it's not for you, forget about it after that point. But you can set up your own self-managed super fund to be able to purchase cryptocurrencies, stake them, earn some interest on the money that is sitting there until your retirement. Link down below. Use Pizzino for $150 of free credit. CryptoPunk, worth $850,000, sells for just a fraction of its price. Keep a lookout for these. Some people are putting in the wrong details when it comes to selling their cryptos. This isn't the first one that I've seen, so the NFTs. They were hoping to sell for 4,444 ETH, but instead sold for 4.444. I think this error comes with the European way for putting in decimals and commas, whereas we use commas to separate thousands, whereas they use decimals. But decimals for us are cents, the next decimal point. Anywho, they made off with CryptoPunk. Instead of it being somewhere around 850 or $1 million, it was only $19,400. Bitcoin bull markets are full of scammers, so stay very woke when it comes to any of these hyped up TV programs turning into NFTs, whatever it may be. Squid Game token has only one winner, the scammer, who made $2 million. There was a pretty good meme on Twitter yesterday, so check out my Twitter and Instagram. Follow those down below, of another YouTuber who was watching the Squid Game's rise, and then it absolutely got rug pulled, tanked to zero. Awesome 15 seconds. If you checked it out, let us know in the comments. It was a beautiful moment.
So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market... Oh! Oh! It went to zero! Yo!
Really big news today from CBA that is now looking to accept cryptocurrency payments and to hold crypto for their huge customer base, the biggest bank in Australia. So this, for me, is a pretty good signal that we're leading into the next stage of the bull market, and we have a lot more hopium to come over the next couple of months, hopefully late into 2022. So be prepared. Check out Patreon down below. There's a link to that, and also our premium courses down there as well. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, like, share, subscribe if you do find value from the content. I'll see you guys at the next video. Until then, have more fun to get more done.